It's time to level up, Squids. One of the fundamental aspects of this game is literally about controlling your character. And so today's subject of today that I'm going to be referring to is mechanics. Mechanics has been a common thing talked about in the Splatoon community or Splatoon hemisphere of competitive, of like how well you control your character. So I'm going to review this bit by bit. So I will be going down through this list and I'll be talking about certain things. So we're going to be starting out with the first one. Literally, we're talking about how well can you control your character. So let's talk about the first three subjects: camera, aim, and movement. So in this game, there are a couple of things you need to think about. It's camera. What are you looking at? Are you looking over here? Are you looking over here? Are you looking down here? Your camera will determine how many people can you see, and see why things are happening, and they're coming at you. Like, it's for your observation, and this is important because a lot of people don't really think about their my brain's not working. They're not thinking about, like, well, why is camera important? Well, because they're not aware of things happening to them, and they're not realizing they're about to get bodied by something, or something's gonna, or someone's flanking, or someone's coming after them, and it makes a big difference. Now, you could be thinking, well, it's kind of not mechanics. It's related a lot to awareness. Well, in some ways, yes, and which we'll get into, why maybe it is not, like, well, yeah, like, if it is awareness in some ways, but it could also relate to mechanics. Well, it also relates because of aim, which we'll get into that now. When it comes to aim, it's literally you look at something, you fire at it, and you kill it. But you basically just turn really quickly and then fire. Now, I'm not gonna get in depth about aim. You should check out this awesome video by Squid School if you heard of that channel. They did a subject on this. I'll put a description below to that VOD. But he literally goes over the subjects of how to aim and like drills. And I find his video really, really educational, really helpful. Please go check that out. As I go through this, and we talk about like aspects of aim is really important. So I'll get into that a little later. But anyways, yeah. Learn how to, basically how well can you kill something, how well can you track. That's all what aim is. And the last thing I want to go over is movement. Something that has been gone over in Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3. In Splatoon 2 is this thing called substrafing. Substrafing is really important, especially when you're like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how to move, and substrafing is a good way to dodge, really very fast movements. The new thing now in Splatoon 3 is literally this, squid surging, squid rolling, how to kill something with squid roll, and it has affected so much of the gameplay. So squid roll has been good in that, and the second thing I'll be going over is mechanics and weapons. Alright, so let me switch weapons really quick. Ooh, wrong controller. Let me switch weapons real quick. Okay, so let me get E-Leader out real quick. So, for E-Leader, this weapon, so, relating to mechanics in terms of this, you can move with this weapon, obviously. But what I'm referring to is that when you practice your mechanics, certain weapons utilize some aspects of them more than other parts of the mechanics. For example, as a sniper, you utilize a lot of your aim and your camera. You want to see where everybody's at, but you also want to practice your tracking and also like trying to guess, oh, that one to that one, and you like literally look at something and you're like, am I tracking this person? You want to be, and you're like, okay, well, I missed that shot there. Oh, that was embarrassing. But you get what I'm saying, right? So, like, you're trying to figure out, oh, okay, you're trying to see So that's literally what that is in terms of like, oh, in aspects of a charger, you want to track and nail that thing. In terms of in terms of like movement, I'll give you an example with Sploosh. Like I said, I'm showing you two extreme examples. So this is the second extreme example. So like, in order to do something about killing my opponent, I have to be up close, literally up to them, and deal some actual damage. And so like, I literally have to go, oh, I'm gonna go after you, and literally go up to your face, and that requires me to play with a lot of movement, you know, and things like that. That requires me to like, okay, I actually need to approach and think about options to how to move to my opponent, you know, squid rolls and etc. Like, you know. And the last thing I want to go over is mechanics and beyond. More than just mechanics, basically. Alright. So mechanics and beyond is a subject that I'd like to explain really quickly. So if you have mechanics, so what? Right? So here's the question. So let's say I'm looking at a bunch of enemies right now, and they all have crab tanks, machine guns everywhere, pow pow, so many bomb explosions everywhere, ink strikes, ink jets everywhere, like blasted over 20,000 missiles, and you're like, I can dodge all of that because I am a genius, my mechanics are great, and I am literally Neo from the Matrix. Well, that is not realistic. You're not gonna do that. You're probably gonna get your butt beaten by everything because there's too much pressure, which is another subject I'll talk about another day, a subject about pressure. And so for the fact that like you can't approach because there's so much stuff going on, then what do? Well, mechanics don't necessarily help you by winning fights, just like, yay, you know, going in there, but oh, mechanics, weapon go burr, it don't work all the time. You gotta think a little bit. Yeah? So that's why decision making is very important. Why is decision making very important? Because decision making influences how well you use your mechanics. Like, sure, you can have great mechanics, but if you have bad choices, then your mechanics are pretty much worthless. Obviously, a person who's better mechanically will beat a player who is not mechanically well, but in face of combat and team environment, you're gonna get your butt beaten by a team who knows how to work together better. Now, in this case, mechanics enhance. I mean, your decision making the mechanics will help your decision making because mechanics give you more options. For example, if I have good camera view and good aim, then my positioning and everything else will give me good choices to where should I be at and where should I pop an opponent. The next thing, the next thing I'm going to talk about with that is, what about a weapon that's up close and personal? How do you approach that opponent from close to, like, let's say that's a sniper up there, right? You know, you need to approach, or actually that's a terrible example. That one, cover, close to cover. So like close to cover, and you're trying to get close to this guy up here, and you're trying to kill him. Things like that. Or if you're trying to pray for your death strategy, if you're trying to dodge somebody's crazy attacks, like this guy right here, and you're like, oh crap, he's attacking me, oh no, and I can't kill him. Somebody else will go around and kill him over there or something like that. Things like that are things you should consider and thinking about. Like, it's not just mechanics, but if you have good choices, your mechanics will come through, because your mechanics are second nature and they will enhance your strategy. Alright, that's it, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, please say something in the comments. And yeah, basically I just want you to guys kind of start thinking about what I've said. Like, these are just very, I explain mechanics in a very vague way. Like, I mentioned some specific details, but like, yeah, I hope this helps you guys out, so you guys can at least grasp the concept, or at least the bigger picture of what the heck does, you know, why bother, or like understanding the concept of mechanics and try to actually apply it to Splatoon actual game strategy and etc. So this is just one way to think about it. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys like my sandals and my leggings. Hope you like that. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys later. Peace.